Hello, Panthers, and welcome back to another episode of PTV. I'm AJ DeVos.
And I'm Paige Hodgeloo. Let's get started with today's announcements. The talent show is coming up and auditions will be taking place from January 30th to February 2nd. You can sign up in Mrs. Barker's office, but do it ASAP. The talent show is on February 23rd at 7 p.m. in the PAC. So mark those calendars. We have lots of fun events coming up soon.
Winter Formal is only a week away. It will be on February 3rd from 6 to 10 in the gym. Today is the last day that tickets will be $35 with a SAC card and $45 without. Next week is your last week to buy tickets. They will be $50 with or without a SAC card. Not only do we have Winter Formal coming up, but there are also many other exciting events you need to know about this semester. These include late start days and long weekends.
With the new semester here, stress levels can be high. We are staying up till midnight trying to finish our homework or getting last-minute studying in. Here's a little video by Lindsay Focus to show you why sleep is so vital.
Only 15% of teenagers get the recommended 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. Sleep deprivation wreaks havoc on a student's education. We have trouble processing information, concentrating, and staying awake. We spend more time studying to catch up. We stay up later and later and later. Our brains begin to fail us. Sleep-deprived teenagers experience depression and anxiety and lose important relationships. Sleep deprivation puts you at a higher risk for accidents. Don't set yourself up for disaster. Sleep for at least 8 hours a night.
Wow, it looks like sleep is pretty important, so make sure you guys aren't staying up too late.
That's right, you don't want to be too sleepy for theater's upcoming event. The theater department presents Mystery Dinner Theater and Murder at Castle Frankenstein. The show dates are February 9th and 10th at 7 p.m. in the cafeteria. You can purchase tickets at nphstheater.org for a full night of mystery.
There are tons of opportunities for students to get involved. Are you a freshman interested in digital arts and technology? Then sign up for the Data program. Data students get to take technology-based elective classes that are only offered to them. These include computer programming and web design. Students in Data also get to attend up to 20 field trips and listen to guest speakers. Data students become more involved on campus while remaining with a close-knit group of peers throughout high school.
A student who should join Data should be somebody who is interested in technology, but really any form of technology. So when we formed Data, we had to choose a career sector, and we thought technology would be a good one because regardless of what you would like to do someday when you're older, you're most likely going to need to be aware of how some aspects of technology work.
Wow, Data looks awesome. If you're interested in joining, pick up an application from the counseling counter in the office or drop by room C8 to talk to Mr. Martin.
Key Club is hosting the Stud Pageant on February 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. in the PAC. Make sure to come out and support your stud and help raise money for Project Eliminate.
It's important to support all student organizations on campus. Let's go to Jake Knox and take a look at what our student athletes have been doing.
Hello Panthers, I'm Jake Knox, and welcome to the sports segment of the show. Kicking it off with some important events. The dance team traveled to San Diego this past weekend for their very first competition of the season. They competed all day Saturday with teams across Southern California. Their hard work paid off as they placed exceptionally well in each of their categories. Come support them at their next competition on Saturday, February 3rd at Thousand Oaks High School. Moving on, spring sports are in full swing and teams have started gearing up for the competition ahead. The girls lacrosse team is also off to a great start in preparation for their season. Now we go to reporter AJ DeVos to see how girls lacrosse is preparing for a successful year.
Hey Panthers! With the new semester starting up, you might be wanting to try something new. Good thing NPHS has so many sports to offer. With spring sports starting up, you can go try out for one or just go and support. One of these awesome sports is lacrosse. Let's go check it out. With spring on the way, preseason for spring sports has started up. The girls lacrosse team has started to meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to practice their skills and to grow as a team.
It's a great sport. You get to do a little bit of everything. There's so much running, there's skills involved. It's like a team sport. It's so much fun.
me a lot. Like, I came here and I didn't know a lot of people at MP, so just going into the team, I got to know a lot more girls that weren't even in my grade or in my classes, so it's just an outside of school experience, I guess, that helps you get to know people.
The JV team of about 15 girls worked together and tried their best to improve before tryouts. Even with everyone hoping to get on the team, all the girls want to see their fellow teammates succeed as well.
That's one thing I really love about lacrosse is that everyone's such a tight-knit family. Like last year, I really learned that at the high school is that we were all a team. It wasn't individual players. It was everyone together.
Panthers on three! 1, 2, 3, Panthers!
Yeah, that was good. Aren't those lacrosse girls awesome? If you're interested in trying out for a sport, just go for it, because if you shoot for your goals, you might end up scoring. I'm Agent Voss, reporting for PTV.
Make sure to go out there and support the lacrosse players. Let's send it back over to the anchors for the rest of their announcements.
Thanks, Jake. Our athletes sure are working hard.
But if sports aren't your thing, come to Art Trek on Friday, February 2nd from 7 to 10 for the Peace and Love Teen $5 Friday. Several art projects, food, raffle tickets, and more are provided with the entry fee of just $5. See you there.
Auditions for the One Act Play Festival will take place on January 31st and February 1st. Sign up through the link on NPHS Theater social media. This event is great if you are interested in getting involved in acting and theater.
Now moving on to a pretty serious subject. After the terrible destruction of the California wildfires, the Thomas Fire is finally under control. This was the biggest fire in California history and is now 100% contained after burning a total of 281,000 acres. Firefighters have been working nonstop to control the flames, and their efforts and hard work are paying off. Many victims of the fire are left without homes or resources, and many of our students have been doing their part to help out.
So we wanted to help out with the Thomas Fire, and a lot of people didn't really know how, so we put on a car wash. It was a free will donation, and it was about a 6-hour long period, and we ended up raising over $606, and it was really fun.
Hopefully everyone is recovering from these disasters. In other news, Hosa is selling crazy socks. Each pair of socks is a discounted price of $4, and proceeds will go towards Hosa and establishing a medical clinic at a refugee camp. Ask a Hosa member if you would like to purchase socks, or come to the weekly meetings on Friday at lunch in room E10.
That sounds like an awesome cause. I recently had the chance to talk with some of my fellow Diabuddies to hear all about the impact of type 1 diabetes on the lives of students. Let's check it out. Hey Panthers, today we're here to talk with some NPHS students who have type 1 diabetes to hear a little bit about how it impacts their extracurricular activities.
I was diagnosed with diabetes December 15th, 2012. Dance actually makes my numbers worse. If I'm repetitively doing a dance over and over, it's a dance I already know, all we're doing is cleaning it, and they're like, run it 8 times, my blood sugar is going to go low because it looks at it as like exercising like on a treadmill for an hour.
My diabetes has affected athletic training a little bit. For example, during football games, I'd have to go to the bathroom a lot. I think I only went low like a couple times, so I'd have to have like extra snacks and stuff.
So specifically for yearbook, there may be some times like I need to leave a meeting early for a doctor's appointment, or if I feel low.
Diabetes is a constant battle between high and low blood sugar, having insulin or food to counteract poor conditions. This is even true in technical theater.
During tech theater with diabetes, I want to start out with like a higher blood sugars because like exercise lowers it and I don't want to be too low.
We asked these students to reflect on diabetes as a whole.
A lot of times I get asked if you could, like, would you take a cure? Yes, I would, but if someone said, would you redo the experience? I would say no, because it's altered the way I am today.
And it became more of a, okay, this is just another part of my life, so it's not a big deal.
It's not me and diabetes, it's just me with diabetes.
Type 1 diabetes is definitely not an easy disease to have, but these students get through it every single day. Reporting with PTV, this is Brian Russell. I'm really glad I could make this package for broadcasting class.
Speaking of broadcasting class, this year was the very first year NPHS offered the Broadcasting 1 class. Here in broadcasting, we learn how to work in the news broadcast industry by taking on numerous projects and writing our own stories. We learn how to film interviews, edit videos, and we even get to learn how to create our very own episode of PTV. This class is loads of fun, and I think we can all say we wish it was all year long.
Broadcasting 1 is truly an awesome class. Take my word for it, if you sign up for this class, you definitely will enjoy it. Be sure to talk to your counselors and join the class next year. Thank you very much for having us on PTV this week. That's all we have for today. I'm Brian.
And I'm Peyton, and we won't see you next time.